Hello everybody, so today we're going to be looking at some word problems. Let's start with this one. Mark has 36 pounds of apples to use to make pies. He uses 4 pounds of apples for each pie. Mark uses all of the apples to make pies and then sells each pie for $8. How much money does Mark collect for all the pies? Let's come up with an equation for this. First off, we need to find out how many pies Mark is able to make with 36 pounds of apples. And so, to find that, we need to divide 36 by 4. And then with that number, we'll find out how many pies Mark sells. So, we'll multiply that by 8. And that's our equation. First, we're going to do our division. So, we're going to use the box method for this. We know that we can't multiply anything times 4 to get 3. So that's going to be a 0 in the tens place. 3 minus 0 equals 3. And we're going to move that 3 over to turn 6 into 36. We know that 4 times 9 equals 36. So 36 minus 36 equals 0. So Mark is able to make 9 pies. Now we need to multiply 9 pies times $8. And so Mark makes $8 off of each pie. So that's 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72. So Mark makes $72 selling all of his pies. There are 15 boys and 19 girls in math club. The tables in Ms. Miller's classroom seat 4 students each. Write and solve an equation to find how many tables Ms. Miller needs. First, let's look at what we know. We know there are 15 boys and 19 girls, and that each table seats 4 students. And so what we're looking for is how many tables are needed to seat the total number of students. To find that, we will need to add the number of boys and girls together and divide that by the number of students that can sit at each table. And so our equation will be 15 plus 19 divided by 4. Our first step is finding out how many students we have. So for this, we'll need to add 15 and 19. Let's start in the ones place. 5 plus 9 equals 14. And 10 plus 10 equals 20. And 14 plus 20 equals 34. So, we're looking to see how many tables are needed to seat 34 students. Let's look at 34 divided by 4 using our box method. First, we're going to look in the tens place at the 3. Now, as we can see, we're trying to figure out what we can multiply 4 by that goes into 3. Now, we can't find anything that makes 3 when we multiply it by 4, so we're just going to put 0. And 3 minus 0 equals 3. And instead, we are going to move that 3 up to make 34. Now what we do know is that 4 times 8 equals 32. And 34 minus 32 equals 2. So what we have is 8 with a remainder of 2. Because we ended up with an answer of 8 with a remainder of 2, that means that only 32 students will be able to have a table if we only have 8 tables. And so for this, will need to bring in one extra table to seat the remaining 2 students. And so, Miss Miller will need 9 tables to seat all of her students.